Hello peeps of different magnitudes, Charliah is back in the hood and bringing you some good. I know it's been a long minute and it's been a lot of kind of teasing, like, oh I'm back, oh I'm not back, oh I'm posting, oh I'm not posting. And there's a good reason for that. I will share partially in this video actually. But I just wanted to give you guys a little update, a little something, you know, just like before I get into posting all these different projects that I've been doing. So, what have I been up to? Well, I have been enjoying my time at NYU, and that's really taken up a lot of my life. School has been great, honestly. Like, I remember back when I started out and it was like the pandemic and we were online, and that was like kind of gross. But actually being there and being in the dorms and experiencing New York and all that stuff has just really changed my life and has really added to it in different ways that, you know, it's made me grow a lot as a person, and that's taken up a lot of my time. So along with NYU, I've also had a lot of different opportunities that have come up in the past, from working with Marvel to working on Creed 3 to working generally and speaking to high profile people and just really awesome people in general. I've met a lot of different people within the past two years or 1 year. Within the time that I haven't updated you guys on what I've been doing, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of meeting people and a lot of interacting with different environments that I never thought I would interact with, or stuff that I could only dream about. And one of the big things actually was I went to Athens, Greece recently to take a class on storytelling, and that was awesome. Getting there, horrible. Worst thing ever. I flew by myself, which I'm used to, but I never flew internationally before. I'd never been out of the country before. So I had a problem getting there, which was so bad. It already, like, the trip started out with complications. Like, they were like, you're not flying with this airport, you're flying with this airport. And I was like, okay. And then there was the whole thing of, oh, your flight's delayed. That would have been okay, fine. Because my flight was delayed, I missed my next flight, which means I ended up in Canada, and I was just like, where do I go? How do I get to Greece? I ended up getting a seat on a flight to Switzerland, I believe. And the Switzerland was supposed to take me to Frankfurt or something like that. I don't know. I forgot. It was a lot of movement. But I ended up missing my next flight. So I flew, and then I missed my next connecting flight, and that was awful. Like, I was just bawling. I was just sad. I was like, I want to go home. I'm tired of these flights. I'm exhausted. I haven't showered. I was just feeling gross, like super gross, vomitrocious. And I finally got there, and the trip was worth it. Because I spent 4 weeks in Greece, and first week was the best week in my opinion. The rest of the trip was like, so-so. It was but like the experiences that I got from being there were the ones that were the best part. And also the other best part of the trip was meeting all of these new friends and hang out with these new people that I didn't even think I'd ever hang out with. No offense to them.
Sorry to this man.
But I was just in awe of like just the friendships that I made over the trip. It was really cool. And when I got home, I was so excited. I was like, yes, thank you. Finally, I can get American food now. I was like so done with Greek cuisine. I took so many photos while I was there, and I got this shirt, and I got this, and I got a whole bunch of other stuff. And I also got like gifts for like my family members and all that kind of stuff. But it was an awesome trip. I like am in love with traveling. Not the actual flying part. That part, I'm over it. But the actual getting there and experiencing like a world that I had never experienced before, that was the awesome part. I also, this year, I turned 21. Yay me. And I didn't get like drunk for the first time, but I did drink like alcohol for the first time. It's gross. It doesn't matter what form it comes in, it's gross. I feel like the whole game of alcohol is finding an alcoholic beverage that doesn't taste like alcohol. And I'm willing to take that travel. Not like, I'm not a heavy drinker at all. I usually do it like socially or whatever, and like that's that's the only time I ever drink or whatever. Because otherwise, I don't see myself spending time drinking nasty drinks just to be like super goofy. I do like the super goofy part because I'm already goofy. So then I'm like hyper goofy. Like that goofy you get when it's like late at night, that's the goofy that I get when I drink. And I love that. I love that. But I am not into the whole drinking thing. I'm like, I could get goofy without it. So, you know, it's a 21, best birthday, bar none. Well, one of the best birthdays. My best friend took me to a spa. We had a spa day and she gave me like this beautiful, I wish I had a picture of it, but she gave me this beautiful like painting thing. Like it's really pretty. It's really pretty. I wish I like had the picture of it. When I get back to New York, then I'll show you guys. But she gave me that, and my boyfriend, he like made me like this like 21, it was like cookies, but it was like in the shape of like 21. It was like so cute. And he also threw me a surprise birthday party. I've always wanted a surprise birthday party, and I don't even think I told him that. I don't know, but he invited like all of like my friends, well, all of my like my new friends and stuff, and we had like a really good time. It was really fun. It was an awesome birthday. And on top of that, he took me to a Billy Joel concert, which I had been wanting for the longest. I kept saying it because I was waiting on someone to bite and be like, oh yeah, well, thank you. I like throughout the year, I was just like, you know, I would love to live my New York dream and go to a Billy Joel concert. Like, because I'm like such a big fan. I love Billy Joel. And it was the best concert I've ever been to. It was my favorite. I mean, I saw Lucky Day last year, not like for like a full concert. It was at CultureCon, and that was great, but like it wasn't a full concert. So like I can't even really compare Lucky Day to Billy Joel, like two different things. But both of them equally great. I also went to see Beetlejuice and the Piano Lesson, and Beetlejuice was like so freaking good, bro. I had seen Broadway shows before. I had seen Aladdin. Okay, that's actually the only one I had seen before. But Beetlejuice was so awesome. Just throughout, I was just surprised. And it was way better than the movie. No offense to the movie, but it was really good. And the music was awesome. And Beetlejuice was awesome. It was just so good. The Piano Lesson was also pretty good. It was just August Wilson. And I had already read the play in high school. I'd heard the monologues before because of this competition that we did. And I kind of was like falling asleep while watching it. And it wasn't horrible or anything. It was just like, oh, so much monologuing. But Samuel Jackson and John David Washington were in it, and they were so good. It was really good. Oh, and also there was like this guy from Empire in there, and I hadn't seen him in years. He did a great job also. What else? I've been working a lot on music videos. There's this artist that I work with. His name is Northside. Well, he goes by Northside, and he's been awesome. We've been able to like collaborate, and I've been able to really try my ideas on him. He's been kind of like my music video guinea pig, I like to say, because the best part of making the music videos with him has been he's allowed me full like creative freedom. I mean, with like permission about certain things, but like it's been awesome. It's really like and we're still doing music videos now. Like this summer, last summer we did 3. This summer we did 3. So I guess like this is our trend for now while I'm like in school and going back and forth between New York and Georgia. But it's been awesome. On top of that, in NYU, I've been doing like a lot of projects. So those are the projects that I'm gonna end up posting. Maybe not all of them. Not all of them are like that good, but there's 3 that I love, that are like my heart, and that I really enjoyed directing. And also shout out to the crews, because you guys are amazing. I mean, there's also going to be like the credits of like who did what or whatever, but overall like those were like my best classes. I've had a lot of good luck honestly with NYU.
Life is good.
Honestly, like within this past year, it's been great. I took vocal lessons this past semester. I'm taking guitar lessons this upcoming semester. So each semester I'm taking something that's music related, because I've always wanted to do music. Like music has been kind of like a backboard or whatever you want to call it, on the shelf situation. It's not like a super big passion of mine, but in a way it kind of is. And then also I grew up in a household where there was always music. My brother plays piano and my other brother plays drums. and my parents both sing. My dad plays piano. He also leads like a choir and all that stuff. So I was just always kind of surrounded by music. And then my family, like my extended family, has also been heavily into music. Like we sing a lot of times when we get together. So music has always been a big part of my life anyways. Whenever I write, especially for film, usually I have like a song in mind, and outside of that, I've always just loved like singing. Karaoke has become like my favorite hobby. Mainly at home, but I really do enjoy it, and I just wanted to do something that's different from film or like outside of film, and music is the way to go. I've also started posting on TikTok some videos of like me singing. Kind of nervous, but if you just want to see me sing, that would be great. If you could like follow me and like and share and comment and all that stuff. But either way, for me, I feel like with TikTok, I'm kind of just playing with it and just enjoying myself and doing, you know, just posting like, because I have a lot of singing videos and I just wanted to share without having to share like on YouTube where it's like all my followers are watching me. But TikTok feels like a safe zone for me, weirdly. I don't know why, but it does feel safer. The music lessons went really well. I enjoyed them. And my vocal coach was awesome. Like if I had to, or if I wanted to take vocal lessons again, I would definitely use her because she was awesome. And she like had so much energy like with each lesson. And there were only like 30-minute lessons each week, but I was practicing like every day or whatever. And the tips that she would drill into me during like the lessons were like so helpful, and honestly I need to go back and like listen to them and think about my singing again and like just really practice. But we're gonna get there. I'm really looking forward to playing the guitar because I've always wanted to learn like an instrument. It seems like the guitar may be an easier outlet for me versus like piano, which is like extremely hard. Yeah, so I've been up to a lot. I'm going to LA this upcoming week. I don't know whenever I post this. I've been up to a lot. I don't even know how to express how grateful I am for all these opportunities and these chances to grow and to develop. Especially given like the circumstances that I've been dealt with in the past year. It's been a hard year. Like outside of the great glow ups that I've had, the great moments that I've had, all these chances that I've been given, with my personal life, it's been rough. And I don't feel comfortable going into detail yet about what has happened. I probably never will because that's like personal. Some things have happened and I've been growing a lot. My faith is a little bit off in religion in general. I don't know if I'm really into the idea of religion as much as I used to be. And that's so scary for me. But I feel like no one speaks about it. I feel like, I mean, there's like people that I've come into contact with who I've been able to talk to about it, but I don't think anyone really gets it until they're in it and they're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Speaking of personal things, I wanted to tap into why it's so hard for me to post stuff on social media, Instagram especially, YouTube especially, due to like the recent life events. It gave me a different perspective on just the world around me. One of the big things is certain things I don't find matters as much to me as it did before. I remember like posting was like a big thing for me. Like I was like, I want people to look at me. I want the feed to like feed into what I'm posting. I want the people to see me. And yes, I kind of feel that now, but because life is short and because there's other things in life that matter versus posting or looking at your phone all the time, I don't know. And it's become harder for me because of the change of perspective. I think alongside that, social media has become a big trigger for me because there's like, you know, all these life crisis events and there's so much going on in the world, so many different deaths, so many unfair situations. And every time I like turn to social media, it's something negative. And sometimes I need a breather. And because of that needed breather, it makes it harder for me to post because I'm like, how can I sacrifice myself or like my time for something that probably won't even matter in the long run or doesn't matter in the midst of like all that's happening and all that's going on? I feel like there's just bigger things to worry about versus me talking about or me showcasing my work. I also feel like a little bit, not ashamed, but I feel like if I post my work, it may diminish it and diminish its meaning and just how it felt for me to direct or to write or to create whatever work that I would be posting. I think if I'm being completely honest, sometimes in the moment I'll be like, oh, this is great or whatever, but afterwards it'll feel, I don't know, like I have a lot of imposter syndrome that comes in where for me it's not comparing myself to other people, it's more comparing myself to myself and being like, if I posted this, how will I be able to top this in the future? Is this the highest that I'll go? Is this the best I'll ever do? It's kind of like when I posted this song that I made in high school way back when, and it got like a whole bunch of views or whatever. And then I tried to follow up with it and post other songs that I made. Or no, I think I posted one song that I made after that or something like that. And it didn't get as many likes or like views or comments or whatever. And I was like, well, and am I a one-hit wonder type beat? Like, how do I know that this project won't be my best project ever and that I'll only go down from here? That I think of, that's like half of me that thinks that way. The other half of me is like, keep making great stuff, keep doing you, and it's gonna speak to someone. It doesn't matter that it's speaking to hundreds in this one and maybe tens in this one. What matters is that I was able to put my heart, my soul, or whatever into a work of art and do something that I love to do. That's what really matters. So speaking of my passion, my new ambitions have become show running, which is basically like the director's world of TV. But my other creative dreams, which I don't get to speak about much, are directing, acting, producing, writing, and music. That means like making music, singing music. I really love like singing, like I enjoy it, so that's like one of the things that I love to do. And that's probably why like the music video gigs have been fun for me, because I already love music, and then there's film, and it just like combines the two, and like I really enjoy it. My last project that I did for NYU actually was like more of a music video, but it was like it still had a story, like it still was like good storytelling in my opinion. Like that one I ate on that project, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. Outside of my creative ambitions, I'd love to travel. I feel like growing up in the household that I did, I got to travel somewhat, but it was mainly like in the South. So I've been to, well, I live in Georgia, but I've been to Louisiana, been to Texas. I think I've been to Washington, D.C., but I don't really count that really. It's not really like, you know, it's not southern. And plus I was like super young. I've also been to Tennessee, and I also went to some states in between Georgia and Texas, but I don't really count those because like we were just doing a road trip, so we didn't really stay there for long. We just drove through so we could get to Texas. And then I also went to Florida this year. I don't know if that was like my first time or not, but that was awesome. That was so great. I went for spring break for one of my friends' birthdays, and it was her and like other girls who were like my friends, and it was like so much fun. It was the first time that I went to Disney World, and also my first time going to a drag show, which was kind of interesting because it was in Florida, and we all know about Florida. But anyways, Disney was awesome. It was their 100th anniversary, I think, of just Disneyland in general, and Disney World, like it was just so awesome, so amazing. And by the end of like the night, like I was tearing up. I was like, oh my gosh, my childhood. Because okay, granted, there's a lot of waiting in lines, and the food there is like hecka expensive for no reason, but I don't know, like some part of me being there just felt like my inner child coming out, and that was awesome. Like it just felt great. I mean, I've been to, when I was younger, I also went to California, but I was super young when that happened. More recently, I revisited California, and I love San Francisco. I haven't been to LA yet, but that's coming up. Can't wait. But San Francisco has that was my bag. That was my favorite place ever. Like it's so beautiful. It's so like I love San Francisco. But I also really like New York. I really do like New York. I like being able to just walk around, go on the subway, even though subway life is like but I do enjoy like the hustle and the bustle. I like being fast. I like going out and doing stuff. I like being like in control of like where I go go and what I do and just like fully adulting. I mean, I've already been fully adulting for a while now, but when I'm like in New York, I just feel like a different person. I feel great. I feel good. I feel really good. I don't know. It's really nice. I love New York. Yeah. And then I have Greece now. So I feel like I just love to travel. I'd love to get around more and enjoy more of like the spaces and see what's out there. I think the only thing I didn't like about Greece, now that I think about it, is the time difference, because all of my friends and my boyfriend and my family and everything back home, or like back where they were like we had a 7-hour time difference. So it was hard. It was really hard trying to like communicate with them, especially us being apart already, but trying to call on the phone, trying to match times, trying to find the perfect hour to call each other and like all of that stuff. I didn't like that. I think the next time that I travel, I would love to just have like my family with me. I think that is honestly my biggest dream, is being able to take my family wherever I want to go and not worrying about like finances, not worrying about anything, just being able to just enjoy my family and enjoy my family in like a new space and be able to get them out there. Like that is the big dream for me. And I think outside of that, my big dream for them is also to make sure that they're taken care of, being able to get them through school and, well, my younger siblings getting them through school or whatever ambitions that they have. And I want everyone in my family to be able to pursue their dreams just the way that I've been able to pursue my dreams. And I don't know, it makes me feel a little like warm-hearted, like tearing up. But like I really do love and care about each of like my family members, and they are like the biggest reason for what I do, the biggest reason why I keep going and why I've kept moving forward. Waterworks. Oh man. I also have other anecdotes of Greece. I went clubbing for the first time, had my first pina colada. It was okay. Went to my first beach ever. Like I've never been to the beach, and now I don't have to say that anymore. I've been to a few beaches now, and those were awesome. I got an awesome tan. So weird at first, but it was cool. And there was we're gonna call this man Hotel Man, because if he ever sees this, like I don't want him to feel bad. I just felt really weird. It was this 25-year-old who didn't look 25. He looked like he was pushing 30. Like he looked like he was up there. Not saying that 30 is old. It's just too old for me. But he was like the elevator, doorman or whatever, and just like kept things around the hotel and stuff in the lobby. And we just had some weird exchanges that felt like flirty, and I think he was sad that like I did not extend those same feelings. Like after a while I just had to be like, no. Like whenever I saw him, I'd just be like, hi, bye, because I was like, I'm not here for that. I'm not trying to date you. I'm sorry, Shug, but no. And no offense to like the people in Greece, but like I'm taking it. But the people in Greece, they look like average people. I'm not saying that they're ugly, I'm not saying that they're cute. They look average. And he especially looked kind of average. The interesting thing about being in a different country is learning that there's definitely different perspectives. I felt more racism there than I ever did feel here in America, which was so weird to me, because I know there's a lot that goes on here. But honestly, like when I was there, like I would get followed in stores and stuff. And it wasn't just me, it was like 2 other friends of mine who were there who were also like black, and we would get followed. And it would be like, man, we're not trying to steal. And it just felt really uncomfortable. It just felt really uncomfortable because I had never really experienced that before. But outside of that, the people there are nice. They're decent people. They're not rude, but they're definitely not like giving Southern hospitality either. But they're also not giving like New York rude. They're just people. There's people who are peopling, and I appreciate that. There were very few black people there, and the ones that were there, they would be like pointing like me out sometimes. Like they would be like, "Oh, you're one of us, dude." And I would be like, "No, I'm not one of you. I'm sorry. I'm American. I'm sorry." But I get a lot of that, and that part was funny. That part was really funny. I got like this new outfit that was banging. Like it's probably gonna be like my favorite. I don't even know where I'll wear it, but it's so nice. nice. I got compliments on it and it was great. Oh my gosh. We not only were in Athens where you could see all the different temples and all that stuff, but we also went to Hydra, which was so beautiful. And we also went to Mykonos, which was also like so beautiful, but look dirty. But where it was beautiful, it was beautiful. It was giving, okay? It was good. It was good. But that Hydra was so freaking beautiful, bro. Like I don't even know how to put it into words. I'll just take pictures of it or whatever. But it was so pretty, so pretty. Also, the food. First week was great. The weeks after that, I kept picking the wrong stuff. And I was just so upset with myself. It was like, we were eating out every day, bro. The whole time I was telling people, I was like, I just want a hot dog. I want a Hebrew Nationals, hot dog, ketchup, and a regular bun. I don't want croissants. Well, actually, no, I like the pita bread. That's good stuff right there. And I also did like, I had like takeout pasta, which is good. They call it takeaway instead of takeout. It's so funny to me. Also, they had great gelato. There was only one place where I got gelato from that was not it. But everywhere else, the gelato was so good. And it was like everywhere. It was just everywhere. And it was just always so great, so great. I had a bad shrimp experience. I ordered shrimp with like this rice thing or whatever. I was like expecting it to be awesome. It comes to me with the heads still on. No. I had to come back home, bro. I had to come back home because there was no way. I mean, I already was coming back home, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We just gonna blame it on the shrimp. The class that I was taking in Greece was also awesome. The professor was awesome. The class taught me a lot of great things here and there, but I really do wish that there was a little bit more class time. And I think all of us were like in agreement that we didn't really come for like a full vacay. I mean, the Greece part was the great part, but we also came for a good time learning about storytelling, especially Greek storytelling, which I did learn a little bit about, and it was so interesting. I was like, wow, it really did make me question just me as an artist, me as a creative, but also me as a like spiritual being, and thinking about like, wow, like people were telling these stories and sharing them, and like before like writing existed, and these were kind of the moral guidelines in a sense for like the people out there. And I just found that really interesting because I was just it set me in a loop of thought. And honestly, like if I had to take the class again, I would. I'm definitely taking the professor again if I can, but the class was so good. And by the end, I had a pitch for like this film that I'm not gonna tell you about because I'm still working on if I want to do that idea or another idea that's kind of connected to it, but we'll see in the future. And the last question that I actually have on my roster like I'm a teacher. But the last question I have is from an outside viewer. He asked, who would you not want to see your channel? And it's not so much as like people that I don't want to see my channel. It's more so I don't want them to see select videos from my channel. Like certain celebrities or certain high profile people or just friends of mine that I've come into contact with, I probably wouldn't want them to see all of my videos. Maybe really the more recent ones. But the ones before that, kind of trash. Not trash, but they're like past me. They're like a different version of me. And sometimes I think about like, should I take this down? Should I not take this down? But I think if I take it down, I don't know. I want to give my full self when I am on YouTube. Not my full self, but you know what I mean? Like creatively, I would like to show the range that I have from beginning to the now. And I have privated some videos, especially for my past, that were like kind of not very good in my opinion. But maybe I'll put them public again one day. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, it's been an awesome time here on this planet Earth. You know, it's been great. It's been pretty good. Some lows, some significant lows, but some really good highs too. And I think the people that I've come into contact with have been the greatest part. Not just like for opportunities or anything like that, but just people who are people and who have made me think about different stuff or have changed my perspective and have made me grow a lot as a person, as a thinker, as a creative, all that stuff. This upcoming semester, I'll be running like my first show, which is really cool. And I'm really excited for like just all the different stuff that's coming my way outside of that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've had a fun time hearing me catch up with you. If you have any more questions, like any more at all, I could do a part 2 video. Just put it in the comment section down below or DM me on Instagram or whatever you do, whatever works best for you. Just, you know, I'm down for it. But I will be trying to post these projects. I will try not to procrastinate. I would try to give myself to you guys a little bit more than I have been. And I know I follow this trend a lot. I know I do this. I know I'm like, oh, I'm sorry guys, sorry for the wait. I'm just sorry. But like, I'm really gonna try this time. I'm really gonna try this time, bro. I swear. But I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just being who you are. You are awesome. You are total legitness. You are amazing. And you are loved. And I'm just so glad that I do have this platform and that I do have this time with you guys. And yeah, so don't be a fool in school. Am I? No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know. Peace out. Be cool. Stay legit. Full legitness. And Charliah will see you next time.
Flying through the night, floating on the way to the city lights.